Another lazy afternoon. The clouds covered in gray. Third coffee of the day. Almost fell asleep on Zoom. I yawn at the display. Third meeting of the day. But I can hear raindrops tap dancing on the roof. It's like they're calling out, don't lose your youth.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the third readathon on my channel. It starts at 8 p.m. today. It is 6 o'clock right now. I've been in the biggest reading slump of my life. It's been, I think, 2 weeks since I've read and I just can't get back into reading and there's nothing that interests me. I hope this readathon can get books off of my TBR and help me get out of my slump. I'm going to show you guys the TBR list for the readathon.
So comfortable.
No way is this book gonna get me out of a reading slump. The words are so small and there's so many pages. 503. Look how small the words are. No. I present to you my TBR for this readathon. The readathon is 10 days and we're supposed to read for a minimum of 8 hours. I was hoping maybe to read 2 hours a day and get to 16 hours, but because I am such a slow reader, I can, in all honesty, read 2 books within 16 hours. So this is a very ambitious TBR. I know I'm not going to finish all of them. The first book is the first book of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Second book is City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare, which is the 4th book in her Mortal Instruments series. Next book, just to have a little romance type of book in there. Next one is Poison Princess by Kresley Cole. This is the first book in her Arcana Chronicles. She just finished the series, which is like 7 books I think this year, and this one I also started reading in high school, so it's been a good 6 years. Next I have Fable by Adrienne Young. Last one is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I've been craving this book for so long. I'm actually kind of excited to be reading. It feels so nice after a long reading slump. So the first book I've chosen for this reading vlog is City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. If you're new to the channel, Bookly is an app that I use to track my reading and my stats and everything. So it's this super cute and fun app and they have reading prompts.
No one seems to hold me like you do. You're so wonderful. A star could never shine as bright as you. Shine as bright as you. Even the dark days still.
I'm currently at page 170. Simon, what he did to Maureen, I'm so disappointed in him. I can't believe he did that. Like, I'm shocked. I'm not liking any of the characters in this book. Like, I don't recognize Jace as Jace. Well, obviously because he has issues going on. The whole dynamic of all the characters in the book just feels off. There's no chemistry between Jace and Clary. I'm really not clicking with any of the characters in the book right now. I feel so detached and so not into it.
Even the dark days still see light. Even the birds still sing at night. Every word you...
No surprise here, but I did fall asleep during my readathon. I went from page 154 to 221. That's 70 pages. I feel like I read for an hour and a half, so I'm gonna put an hour and a half here.
Feel so lucky I met you, and I still can't believe that I get to see those eyes for more than tonight. Swear you must have fell from the sky, and I feel so lucky I met you. It's not logical the way I feel when you walk in the room. When you walk in the room, it's not optional. How gravity just pulls me.
I have literally been so bad with this readathon, and it's because I've been posting twice a week and I'm kind of behind on my videos. So I always end up reading at night, and I have a tendency to fall asleep at night, but I've actually been pretty good. Now it's 12, so we'll see how long I can stay awake for. I have 150 pages left of City of Fallen Angels. I am not having a great time with it, so I just want to finish it and be able to move on to another book. We're gonna try to power through and get through this, and then I'm definitely gonna finish it tomorrow.
To you, even the dark days still see light, even the birds still sing at night. Every word just comes out right when I'm with you.
I think the best part of this book was the ending. Like, not in the sense that I'm glad it ended, which I am, but in the sense that it was really well written compared to the rest of the book. At least I got a feel for how I felt during the first 2-3 books, but honestly I would just stop here and I just wouldn't continue reading if I had a choice. But because it is a reread, and because the first time I read the series I also stopped at this book, I just want to be able to finish the series and say I finished the series. So I do want to read book 5 and 6. I did have a look at them. Book 5 is, I think, 500 pages. Book 6 is 700 pages. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take lots of breaks and read different books in between, but I am determined to finish this series. For some readathon stats, I've read a total of 6.6 hours out of the 8 hours, and the readathon ends in 6 days and 4 hours. The first readathon I ever did with Bookly, I ended up reading a total of 8.9 hours. The second readathon I read 17.1, so I will try to reach 17 hours. I am going to choose what my next read will be in a little while, because now I just want to take a break from reading because this book has thoroughly drained me.
I feel so lucky I met you, and I still can't believe that I get to see those eyes for more than tonight. Swear you must have fell from the sky.
I think I'm gonna do what I did once before, which is to read the first chapter of every book to see which one really interests me for right now, because I'm super indecisive.
Feel so lucky I met you. Spend my whole life waiting for someone like you, baby, and all these broken roses led to you.
I guess I can give you guys a brief first impressions. I've narrowed it down to these 3 books. People We Meet on Vacation, I'm just really not in the mood for it. Just didn't seem that interesting to me. Fable has very complicated language because it is very much centered in the sea, in ships, in pirating, and any sea-like language, all the tools you need, all the fish. So I read the first chapter twice now and I still don't understand it. Every other word I have to look up. Harry Potter was very, very cozy for me. I feel like it's what I could read right now, but I also want to save it for the fall because I feel like it is more of a fall type of book. I also have Poison Princess, which I thought was interesting. I don't like the main character's vibes. She gives off very rich girl vibes, but the story itself seems interesting. And then lastly, The Cruel Prince, of course, I think was by far the most interesting. I don't know which book to choose. Maybe I should put up a poll on Instagram. No, because then nobody's gonna choose Poison Princess. My final decision is gonna be Poison Princess by Kresley Cole, just because I don't feel like filming 2 videos at once, because I would like to do a reading vlog for a reread of the Harry Potter series 10 years later, and I would like to do a reading vlog for the Folk of the Air series, and I just don't like filming 2 videos simultaneously. It confuses me. So we're gonna start with this one, and hopefully it's a good time.
Spend my whole life waiting for someone like you, baby, and all these broken roses led to you. I feel so lucky I met you, and I still can't believe that I get to see those eyes for more than tonight. Swear you must have fell from the sky, and I feel so lucky I met you.
Her nickname for her boyfriend is big guy. I hate that. I hate that so much. I guess now is as good a time as any to update you guys on my reading. So I've been reading Poison Princess by Kresley Cole. It is one of my all-time favorite 5-star reads. This is a book that I had read way back in high school. I read the first 3 books. We weren't even sure if there would be a last book, so I just kept putting off the reread of the series. Finally picked it up again. I have to say, this book is so good. Basically, it's about 16-year-old Evie, and she is known as the Empress, who controls like wildlife, plants, nature, stuff like that. And she's part of one of the, I think it's either 12 or 24 or 22 arcana. Before the apocalypse, which is called the Flash, she kept having these visions of the apocalypse, and people thought she was going crazy. She was sent to a mental institution, and there are other kids in the world who have powers just like hers. At the beginning, she does have a boyfriend, but then this bad boy comes into the photo, and their tension, their chemistry, I honestly can't. I've never felt this way about a couple before. Like, I've never shipped a couple so hard, and they still haven't gotten together. And it's like page 220, and her boyfriend is long dead, so no need to worry about him. Needless to say, I'm really rooting for the bad boy. I also know there's another guy in the story who is kind of like the Aaron Warner. I think I remember shipping the Aaron Warner in the story, but at the moment I'm totally head over heels in love and crushing on this guy. His name is Jack DeVoe. I'm so in love with him, and I'm racing through this book. Like, I started this book I think yesterday. I don't think I've ever read a book so fast in my life, and I just haven't updated you guys because I've been reading. So yeah, that's how it's going. So please give this a try if you guys like Shatter Me. I think it popped up as a recommendation for books similar to Shatter Me when I had looked up recommendations. I'm definitely going to be reading some of Kresley Cole's other books because chef's kiss for this one. And now I'm gonna get back to reading because I'm literally obsessed. I've been reading for 2.5 hours, and I literally cannot put this book down. Okay, so I paused the timer at 3 hours 18 minutes. It's 10 o'clock right now, which is like bedtime for me. But we're gonna go in for a quick late night gym session, and then I'm gonna come back and hopefully finish the book because I only have like 120 pages left, and it's just so good. See you guys later. It is update time. There are 2 days and 10 hours left of the readathon, so it ends tomorrow at 4. I read for a total of 12 hours out of the 8. I will finish this book today. There's really not a lot left, and then I definitely do want to get started on the 2nd. I don't know if I can finish the 2nd by tomorrow. I haven't read all day, and it's 2:26 right now. I took a 2-hour nap at my boyfriend's house, so technically I consider it to be midnight right now. so I'm allowing myself to read a bit more. I honestly cannot believe I didn't read all day, because the last reading session I was like, the first thing I do when I wake up is gonna be finishing this book. I left off at like such a, like, things were getting steamy. There was some miscommunication. He said that he was only with her because she's the last girl on earth, and then another girl came in to the picture, and that's where we left off. I may have read for a little too long. It's 4:30 in the morning. I have like 60 pages left and I really just want to finish it, but I do know that I have to go to bed. I did the same thing that I did with Caravel. I kind of just like speed read the ending of the book. They had a preview of the second book. It gets so good. I'm so excited to finish this book and to finish the series and to see where it goes. For the readathon, I've read a total of 13.7 hours, and there's 1 day and 15 hours left. Woke up bright and early just so I can finish the book. Moved to where the sun is. I'm having a really great time reading this new book. It's 2:30 right now, and I think the readathon ends at 4, so I'm gonna read until then. I'm just profiting off of the nice weather because it's been very gloomy and rainy this whole summer, and it's really nice to have some sun. So I'm gonna enjoy the nice weather, finish the readathon. I've literally been staring at this one passage for like 5 minutes. All the emotions. The readathon is over, but I'm still reading this book. It's noon right now. I haven't eaten a single thing. I haven't even drank water, and I've just been reading, trying to finish this book because it's so good. I read for a total of 19 hours and I read 877 pages, which is a huge upgrade from my last readathon where I think I read about 15 hours. This time I finished 2.5 books. I'm literally obsessed with the Arcana Chronicles by Kresley Cole. I just finished the second book and now moving on to the third. I highly recommend you guys read them if you're looking for a series that's similar to Shatter Me. They have an Aaron, except that Aaron in this story is the one who can't touch people, and the only person he can touch is the Juliet in the story, and he's also lived thousands of years in solitude, so you can imagine how this goes. And they're reincarnations, so the same story keeps playing over and over and over again, and they are designed to kill each other. The Juliet and the Aaron never work out, but every lifetime they still find each other and they still, I guess, fall in love, but yet they never end up together until this lifetime, in this timeline, in this story. Honestly, can't think of a better description for the series. That is it for this readathon and for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I absolutely love filming readathon vlogs, so let me know what you guys are currently reading down below in the comments, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!